Hey everyone, welcome back. I guess this is my fourth video in this series here, and I want to talk about the potential, what I feel might be potential water flooding type of risks in this maybe this project here. I'm gonna start off talking about this. They did some soil surveys and generally, and here, just to kind of talk about what's already here. So it's a forested area, and under this forest is dominant type is this silty clay, well drained, slow to rapid runoff. Permeability is fairly good, rapid. So I I'm here. I'm a layman here. I'm reading this as, hey, this thing, it's stable, doesn't run off, it's drains well, it permeates. So I'm reading that as it allows water to be absorbed into the soil and down and become groundwater and future fresh water. So kind of that's the current site here, which sounds kind of nice, and you have to assume that they're gonna remove a lot of this soil, to make way for buildings, and when they do that, they're gonna replace a lot of this soil that they say well drains well, stable, permeable. They're gonna replace that with maybe crushed gravel, concrete footing. I don't know, the things that are maybe less less absorptive and less permeable, right? They don't say that. I mean, they yet, but I I think it's a fair assumption here. Again, the narrative, the except for heavy rain event. Okay, so I mean, right here, Manoa gets 100 inches of rain a year. On average, this is not like, this is, I don't even know if this is exceptional yet. So there's a lot of rainwater, to deal with. It's not it's not that exceptional here. Moving on to kind of the next PDF here, and continuing on, they're going to talk about the surface water. Again here, it's the same narrative here. They have this drainage ditch on the site, but it's dry most of the year. It flows only after heavy rain event. So again, you read this and it's kind of like, the Manoa firefighters. They're most of the time, I see them. Maybe they're breaking leaves or watching the TV, and only exceptionally they're out, saving lives and putting out the fire. So, it's this phrasing, very very whatever they talk about here. It's more kind of hand waving here, but they're alluding to in this section that uh, Manoa stream is impaired, and so it's almost like I don't know, like the current stream's not living up to these expectations. I don't know if they're implying that because of that it doesn't matter, what's gonna happen here. I don't know. They're gonna use this best management practices, these BMPs. It's like, I don't, to mitigate everything. So it's like literally the best. I don't know here. They're going to talk to blah 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 blah. Um, yeah, just they're gonna say they're gonna say no impact here. No short term and long term impact. I'm trying to see if they mention. Oh, they didn't mention the that AIS study yet. The EIS study. Oh, here. This is the watershed. That we're part of this Alawai watershed. And, they're loosely speaking to, there are flood risks downstream. Like, what are they saying here? all based on climate change. Okay, so it's the climate's the climate's fault here, not not building these buildings that make impervious surfaces. Of course not. Okay. Oh, here I'm at the flooding section, and let's see. Oh yeah, so they're just gonna say that their site is flood zone X. So yeah, their site doesn't is at a very low risk of flooding. It's still a relatively hilly area. Their site has a nice drainage ditch in the middle and good slope. I mean, there's a 5% general downslope. So I mean, yeah, their site is Zone X. Again, they're restaying the same thing. Woodland ditch. It's dry most of the year. Oh, yeah, this is it. Okay, okay. So they do. Oh, sorry. They speak to this Alawai watershed, flood project, and then they're saying here that the proposal was later deleted. So yeah, that might be true. There was a lot of opposition. To me, I mean, it's not opposition. I don't think anybody said that there wasn't a flooding risk. I mean, Manoa Valley in 2004 during a 20-year flood event took catastrophic damage. So I don't think they're saying it was deleted as if it's not needed. It wasn't deleted because there was no flood risk. It's just this narrative that it was unimportant, and I don't think it was deleted because it was not important here. And let me just jump to this Alawai, the flood study part. So this is the feasibility, the EIS. They actually went through a full EIS for this Alawai flood project, and you can see this is the project right here. The proposed site is right here in this forested stuff. You see the drainage ditch again in the middle, and with these are the flood studies. Drainage ditch comes down here, turns at this dark line, comes across East Manoa Road, and hits the main stream right here. And as part of the study, they're saying, high during the heavy rain event, there's a lot of water coming down the main stream. There'll be a lot of water coming from this mountainside, surface water coming down, coming down, coming down, gathered in this ditch, come down here, meet the stream, and it'll create this relatively large flooding area. Where um, the kind of Manoa Park area, but down to the marketplace. I believe this is like the Manoa Marketplace area. So I mean, there's definitely some risk, I guess here. I'm gonna jump to the next, kind of out of order here, but I feel that just drainage to me is kind of related, right? This drainage. So they're just saying there's currently no existing drainage system, right? Yeah, I did it. Yeah, it's a forest. This natural forest is the system, So, but I guess there's no current like man-made, system other than this ditch that was kind of artificially maybe dug, kind of, way back in the day here. Um, this is great. So they're gonna say here that the downspouts from roofs, parking areas, and surface drainage would be retained on site to the extent possible. Okay, so after they replace a lot of this, good soil, with the gravel and the concrete and whatnot. After they do that, they put up the roofs, then and the parking lots. Don't forget. After all that, then they're still gonna, uh, the drainage to the extent possible, whatever permeable space is left, they're gonna retain the water with overflow, if any, directed to the ditch. Okay, so again, it's this phrasing, like there's not gonna be a lot of additional additional drainage here, um, and even in the in the mitigation, they're saying they're using the BMPs, which I don't know. I mean, maybe these things are like silver bullets now. I don't know. BMPs, best management practice. I don't know, but they're saying okay, so they're not altering, the major topology. So they're not, altering like uh, slopes. Okay. Um, I don't know. They're saying they're not altering ore materials that would increase drainage. So I don't know. I mean, to me, replacing a lot of that existing soil with the foundation, type of things. That, that that's a new material, a different type of material that could increase drainage. But you know, I don't know. They're just saying that that it wouldn't increase above the current discharge levels. And again, this is just an assessment. The EA, there's no study that is saying that there's no model that's saying I replaced this soil with this amount of concrete and rock, and that it didn't change. They're just making a statement here. So um, uh, that's pretty much all. I think that was the I think the highlights of the water. What their water effects are. And again, my take going to this narrative, where it's like I don't know, like there isn't a lot of water. It's mostly dry. I mean, we got 100 inches of rain a year, but it's mostly dry, and they're not gonna maybe modify much of the overall topology. So they're claiming that maybe drainage will be similar. So I mean, I feel like to me this definitely needs more investigation. I don't think that there'll be no impact here to water. I think there's kind of a big, in my mind personally at least, a big potential impact to the water. But that's what the EA kind of spoke to. So thank you for listening. I think that's all I have for this water impact. Thank you.